real evidence.
I don't regret the guilt. I do regret the death penalty. At the time, I mean, I was caught up in the emotion, the fact that it was a son and a wife. Now I would pick life in prison.
I felt about the case 15 years later the way I felt about it at the time. I wasn't involved. I didn't represent me.
Oh, hey, girl. I can't.
It wasn't managed properly. The media played a role.
Bran.
Wrong.
Oh, shit. You can't hear me.
Responsible for fixing that story.
Do I have volume? Bran. No other things. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, the retractions are always on page.
Man, I had it last night.
Do I use a toothpaste that whitens my teeth or one that's good for my teeth? Now I don't have to choose. From Crest Fruity White comes
Mother babes.
therapy. It's our best whitening technology. Plus, it has a fortified formula to protect your enamel. Crest, healthy, beautiful smiles for life.
It doesn't come up on my thing. Hey, I'm gonna ask Bran to invite you to the chat because it's not letting me. Okay.
HelloFresh. Save $30 with code TV30.
Okay, he already invited you. Okay, hang it up.
My skin just appeared more radiant.
Okay, Moni.
I'm feeling a little more like I'm in.
L'Oreal invited women to try Revitalift Triple Power. They loved that it visibly reduces wrinkles, refirms, and smooth skin.
My coworkers are like, your skin looks great.
Yeah, you do.
Now you can try Revitalift Triple Power for free with a 14-day sample. See why these women and over 10,000 others love it. Revitalift Triple Power from L'Oreal Paris. Because you're worth it.
When there's thunder,
Oh, Lord.
at Rover.com, we're the dog people. Ready to be there for your dog, rain or shine. Go to Rover.com and book today. Rover.com, the dog people.
T-Mobile never stops. We've doubled our LTE coverage. We're already the fastest 4G LTE network. And we just keep
Hello.
And now America.
Yeah.
Hey, there we are.
Hello.
Hey.
Okay. Hey. Okay, where is...
Now America's best on
We're all here.
Okay, now I gotta invite... Is Mischa here?
Yes, I'm here.
I don't see you.
Here I am. Can everybody else see me?
I see you.
Okay.
Maybe it's just me then. If that's it, we'll just go with it. Let me invite Bran.
Yeah, okay.
I can't see or hear you, Bran, no.
I see his little guitar there. That's Bran, right?
Yeah, that's him, but
Hi.
hey, Bran, what's up? Speak to us.
No, Bran.
No. Mm-mm. Oh, that looks so bad, y'all. Excuse
Okay,
me.
it looks like I got two hangouts going at once because when you called me, I was already trying to call you guys to do the thing, and I answered, and now I've got two things open.
Well, okay, well, close one. Close the one that's weird.
Okay, let me pull up and see if we're even on.
Yes, we are live.
Oh, shit.
Okay, just kill it. If you
Boy,
can.
this looks like amateur hour.
Look at this. Stop. Just stop. Okay.
Who cares?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to amateur hour. All right. Yeah. All right, everybody. Hang up. We're going to redo this whole thing.
Okay.
Okay, goodbye. All right. Bye.
Just landed at the Oakland airport. We're heading north to San Quentin to go visit
She's really
Our family has to be hopeful.
I love you, Rita. We can just know everything we want. I don't need a brother ring. And so, wait. You know what? That is so crazy you said that. Because I was thinking to myself, I'm depressed. What would make me happy?
Let's go see some whales.
I would like to go to SeaWorld.
Me too.
Really want to pet the elephants.
Okay, Bran. Somebody invite Mischa. It won't let me.
Okay. I don't know if I know how to do it.
Bran, would you mind inviting Mischa?
Is a former client.
You go up to the little person and punch in Mischa, Mischa, Houston, and it should come up, her name, and you hit it and press invite. I don't know why it's not coming up on mine.
I don't have the little person anymore. I did on the other one. Very curious.
All right, hold on.
Romance, and every day I see her put on dance. It's Watch What Happens Live with Savannah Guthrie and Adam Scott. Now.
Hello.
There's Mischa.
Oh, hi, Mischa.
Hey.
Yay.
What's up?
Hello, you're back.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
here I am. I'm here. We're all
Can
here.
everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. See.
I can't hear y'all either.
What? No, we can't hear you.
We can.
Like,
No volume here. He says he can't hear anything. Oh, Lord have mercy. This is ridiculous.
gracious. Oh, I wish I knew what the heck I was doing.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Look, okay.
Okay, how about now?
Yes.
All right, we're good. All right, amen.
What about Bran? Is Bran there?
Sorry, y'all. Me and the $300 Walmart computer, just don't get along. I specifically remember, like, in the 11th grade, I could have stayed. I quit. I quit the computer class so I could get out after 4th period.
Jennifer.
Hey, there's no judgment here.
Jennifer.
I know. I'm here, just no sound from my end. I see what he's saying.
Okay.
I don't know what to say, you know? Have you checked your, I know for me, I had my thing like set on headphones. And that's why I wasn't getting any sound, Bran. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Okay, everybody, we're gonna do our book club thing tonight. Bran's having technical difficulties, and I honestly just got up from a nap. I know what you're thinking. You sleep this late in the day? I sleep a lot. Okay. Brand, why don't you introduce yourself, and I'll be right back. I have to go to the restroom.
Okay. Hey, everybody. This is Mischa Houston. Thank you for joining us in our chat. Is anyone here? Yeah, Aaron Habig. Hey, Aaron, what's up? Welcome to our chat and our live stream. We're talking about Daenerys tonight. Daenerys 1. I'm typing to you saying hello. Welcome to the chat. No problem. What about you, Moni G? Introduce yourself. Moni, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? No?
Moni G, answer me, please.
Uh-oh, wait. Now, can you hear me now?
Make your introduction,
Hi.
please.
I'm sorry. Hi, it's Moni, and I am here to talk. I've been delinquent, though. You guys are going to have to refresh my memory. I didn't get the book, so you'll have to tell me.
Well, you didn't. I don't think we planned for you to be on the panel tonight. It was just how it came out to be. So,
well,
cool. We're talking
you can
about
kick me out.
Daenerys chapter, and we're waiting for Jennifer to come back, and we're waiting for Bran to come in with his sound. I hope he gets in soon. And it was a lovely little chapter, and as soon as everyone comes, we can start talking about it.
Yeah, you guys will school me. So that's cool. I like to listen anyway.
Oh, yeah. Have you read all the books?
No, I'm back, and in fact, I just switched over to help out at another school with a former student of mine who's in the 4th grade now. My school only goes up to 2nd grade now, and but they're having a lot of trouble with him. He's a pretty big guy, and he's got some pretty big behaviors, and so he's kicking some booty and taking names, and so they asked me to go over there and help out, and so I might actually be staying over there. So that just started this week, and yeah, finally I feel like it's not kicking my butt as bad, so that's good. So I think it's gonna work out well. So it's good. How about everything with you?
Everything is fine with me. I didn't have to work today. I'm glad. I work in the chiropractic office, so toward the end of the month we're pretty light. So.
I need chiropractic work.
Yeah, Marie has just popped into our chat room. Hey, Marie.
Oh, goody.
Thank you for coming.
I'm trying to Marie. I'm trying to pull it up on my phone. I'm having issues all over, and I swear to y'all, this is one of the reasons we did that little impromptu thing last night, because I was trying to, check in and make sure we didn't have any of these technical difficulties. Dang it. My my phone just casted to the TV. That's what that was. What is the remote control?
I always have issues.
I'm just so out of it today. I don't feel very good. I mean, like my shoulder and stuff hurts. Hey, Erin, Marie, everybody. Hey. Yeah, Bran, maybe you should hang out and try to come back into the stream. Maybe that's the issue.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a fresh invite.
And Jennifer, maybe we should come in like 25 minutes early just to work everything out.
Right. Okay.
Not 10 minutes early. That's not enough time.
I know, right? I was running late. I have no excuses, really. Honestly, I was taking it down.
Hung up. Hopefully, we'll come back strong and we can get started.
I mean, my husband watches Orville or whatever, but I really don't watch anything.
You don't watch anything like on television?
On Thursday night?
Oh, on Thursday. Okay.
Yeah, not really. I think there used to be a show that came on Thursdays I used to like, but it don't come. It's not the season for it or something. Queen of the South, maybe.
Yeah, I heard about that one. I heard that.
Yeah, I like that show. Or no, I think Animal Kingdom came on Tuesday night. Anyway, something I used to watch did come on Thursday night, but not anymore. And I used to be a Law and Order freak, but instead of sitting there like cheering for the good people, I'm sitting there like giving advice to the criminals. Like, ask for a lawyer, you dumb motherfucker. Yeah.
I'm always telling them, shut up, shut up. Quit talking.
Oh my God!
You have the right to remain silent.
On the wall.
Shut up.
Me and my dad sit there and critique McCoy, and whenever he does that little bobble-headed weasel move, you know, like he's like he knows he's done one. We're just like, oh, that's bullshit. If dude would have got a lawyer, that knife was fruit from the poisonous tree. That, I mean, you know, we got the terms down and everything. And my mom just sits there is like, y'all are sick.
Hey, Bran has popped in. Hey, Bran, can you hear us?
Hey, Bran.
Bran, if you can hear us, speak to us.
So you guys are in the first book, right?
Yes, we're starting at the first book.
Okay.
And we're on Daenerys 1 of Game of Thrones. It's right at the beginning. Come on, Bran, if you can hear
I feel
us.
like that should be a long, long time ago.
Well, actually, it is literary 20 years ago when he first put out these books. But I'm glad that I didn't, you know, catch the books when they first came out, because I would have been a child then, and I wouldn't appreciated it.
And besides that, just the waiting. It was hard enough waiting for Dance.
Right, these 4 and 5 years.
When because I read all of them after the show came out, and then I had to wait for a Dance with Dragons, and that was crazy. And then I started talking to people on the YouTube, and they're like, yeah, we've been waiting for years and years and years for George to get out books. And I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's terrible. I was like,
Bran,
luckily they were.
I know you can hear us, Bran. If you can, speak to us so we can hear you. Turn your volume up on your.
Hello.
Or you
can y'all hear me?
And turn your microphone on.
Okay, I got it. Okay, that's what I was doing wrong not long ago. I had it turned on, you know, where it looks like the little microphone thing. I had it turned on speaker. I had it turned on the wrong setting. Mm-hmm. It's a very specific setting.
Let's see it. Let me see it. Who's in the chat tonight? Forgive us, everyone, but we're trying to get things.
Forgive us, y'all. We don't claim to be like really good at this. We just enjoy doing it and love it.
Yeah,
I know Bran's having issues, and we're trying to say something, Bran. I think we just heard.
Yeah.
You got it. Oh my God, Bran, introduce yourself while I get myself a glass of Coke. I'm at a pet.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, I swear. Doesn't it make you feel proud when you figure out like one of these machines that is pissing you off?
I will not be beat by this damn technology. I had Discord playing, and I had to figure out how to turn off the music there to come back over here. It was interrupting everything.
Well done.
I knew it was something. I had to figure it out, though. All right, Brad, I'm everywhere. I got fingers in everything.
Rock on, Shaka Khan. You did it.
Oh, and I just want to say something, y'all. Yesterday when we had our M2 little chat, I kept on saying Con of Thrones was I was given the wrong dates.
Oh.
It is actually, I believe, the 25th through the 28th, and that is Memorial Day weekend. I call my parents every day and bug them about it and talk about it.
How are they going to go?
My dad would go for a day. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be awesome.
show, like he'll call me. Like, I don't consider this a spoiler since it's already happened, y'all. But like my dad called me after that Brienne hound fight and was like, "Oh my God, is the hound dead? Is he dead, Jennifer? I love him. Is he dead?" And I'm like,
That's awesome.
I'm like, and also when he called me, he was like, "Is Jon Snow dead?" And I'm like, "Dad," and this was my answer for both. If I've been reading what I think I've been reading, neither one of them is dead.
But it's hard to say.
So
You never can tell.
You should have told them they're both dead.
For all things like Game of Thrones related that confuse him. And one time I was pissed off at him. So I sent him a text that said, and by the way, Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark is Jon Snow's mom and dad. And it was like before the big reveal. I was just being a dick. Yeah,
That's messed up.
Really did that. I swear to God. I know that's terrible. I did that to my own dad. But if y'all knew it, man, sometimes he can be like super douche.
And that's parents for you.
Oh, my parents, they won't even watch it. They're like, go with your show of evilness. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, it's all mine.
Oh goodness, Lord, y'all. Is anybody else going to con? Mischa, you going, right?
Yes, if the tickets haven't sold out yet.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna be so cool, cooler than you already are.
They're not in Florida, so I'm not going.
You're not going, Bran?
No. That's in Texas.
Well, shoot, but it's in the South.
Where are you at,
Yeah,
Bran?
Florida.
I spent a summer working at the only restaurant on the beach in Panama City, Florida. The Pearl Garden. It was the year
I wouldn't know.
I made good money there.
I'm in Tampa, so.
Let me see. I had a friend who moved out there. I've been to Ybor City and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's a fun town.
Yeah, it's always something going on there.
I've been to a real fancy rehab in Jacksonville. Full disclosure.
If you're gonna go to rehab, you might as well go fancy.
Yeah.
Well, look, y'all, I really didn't want to go. My fiance had really good insurance. He worked at Morgan Stanley. And they said they had horse riding, which was a blatant lie.
Yeah.
With a blatant lie. They would just do anything to get you there. And you get there, and like they did have an outing on Saturday where they would take you to the beach. But there wasn't no horse riding.
Well,
but hey, that's what you get, right? For going to a rehab due to the amenities.
Whatever works.
No, that was like many years ago. It was like, probably almost 20 years ago. The place still exists, though. They say if you need, one of their deals was if you ever needed to go back, supposedly you can go for free.
Hey, make sure you keep your contract, your receipt.
I didn't keep any of that kind of thing.
I'm just kidding, man. Who
I'm
would?
just here for the horseback riding.
Yeah, like, what the heck? There's no horses.
There wasn't no.
You promised me horses 20 years ago.
They had a horse riding place on the beach where they took the outings, but it had closed. They told you whatever. But this was a serious place. This is for people like really, honestly, who really have legitimate pain issues and had got addicted to pain medicine. In the
that sucks.
hospital or whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not uncommon. So.
Yeah, no. Rehab is never.
I bet you see that all the time, Mischa.
See what?
People who go to a lot of pain management and stuff, working at the chiropractor.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. No doubt.
A lot of people who are
a lot of elderly
and who are in, they say, chronic pain.
A lot of elderly, a lot of people that's broken bones. a lot of people that, firefighters especially, which is a good thing because some of the firefighters are kind of cute.
What is it with firefighters? They're always hot.
But
Yeah.
I would trust him to put out my house if it was on fire. It was a good one.
Let's maybe we can move on to the subject of our chat tonight.
Yeah.
Let's get off firefighters.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, well, I want to talk firefighters all night, but okay.
I have to pull out a picture.
All the firefighters in the world, thank you so much. That's a tough job with very little pay.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Daenerys 1 starts out about that wedding and about the dress.
Okay.
Give it to us.
Somebody else start. I didn't do my homework good.
No, it's you.
And this is for you. You asked to do this first now.
It's all you.
Yeah, this is totally you.
You're totally busted.
You're the one who wanted to do this first. Now I could have went first if you wanted, but you said you wanted to do it.
I'm so busted. Am I not?
You were busted.
So freaking busted.
Busted.
So busted.
Okay. I can go ahead and start. It starts out with Viserys holding up her dress to meet Khal Drogo in. When she first goes to meet Khal Drogo in his manse. It's very beautiful. She's not used to it. And she's being thrust into womanhood before her time. She's being thrust into a marriage to a man she does not love or does not even know. She is being thrust into having sex with this man on her wedding night. She's being forced into meeting him. She's being sold off by Illyrio Mopatis and her brother. Now, due to the Targaryen history, they were supposed to be married to each other. But Viserys, never had much love for her or anything else. So he decided to sell her off to Khal Drogo for the use of his army.
And what I noticed that sticks out in this chapter, and particularly in the passage about the dress, is even at the age of 13 in the book,
13.
Daenerys knows that none of this shit comes without a price.
Right, exactly. She's very leery.
This beautiful dress out of the love of his heart. He's hoping that at some point it'll come back that he can.
Excuse me, Jennifer. Money G, can you check your feedback a little bit?
Yep. Hold on, sorry.
Okay, check your feedback, okay?
Go
on, Jennifer. I'm sorry.
Okay, how is it?
Yeah, it seems a little bit better.
Okay. It just strikes me that even at the age of 13, she realizes that when people do things for them, it's out of one day thinking that they'll know someone powerful, or just like when people campaign for a politician. You're hoping that they win, so that if they win and they know you campaign for them, you can in turn ask them for favors eventually.
Absolutely. That's what this is all about.
Exactly.
Now, Illyrio Mopatis is a seller. He sells things. He sells spices. He sells gold. He sells anything that he can get his hands on, and including her.
In fact, it even says she's heard talks in the streets that Illyrio Mopatis, and I think this might come up to play because let's think about it. Who is his best friend, Varys?
Right.
She's heard talk in the streets that if it would make him money, he'd sell his own best friend.
Absolutely. He'd sell anything. He's that kind of person. And I also want to talk a little bit about Illyrio Mopatis himself.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he's the kind of person that really he polishes the outside of himself. His clothes, his jewelry, his hair, his beard. But on the inside and his body in himself, he's not a very attractive man. He's overweight. He's apparently covers himself in perfume, but underneath he smells. He doesn't, go about taking baths, and he smells underneath the veneer of beauty that he tries to put forth. But he's underneath, he's very ugly, physically ugly and emotionally ugly as well. He covers himself in rings and jewels and fine clothes, and he oils his beard to make himself look better. But underneath, he kind of reminds me of like a walrus or something like that, like very animalistic. And I just, Bran.
Sorry, I was just laughing at the walrus comment.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well,
Sorry,
I
it got
mean,
me.
excuse me. I'm not one to talk, but I'm just trying to describe his character.
No,
And
no,
he,
no, no. It was just a funny.
yeah,
It's suiting. It really
yeah.
is suiting.
He, he has an animalistic way about himself. He's kind of like a slug. He moves very lightly for a heavy man, but you can tell
Lasty.
he's not a good man. You can tell he's all about himself and what he could gain. Now, as for Daenerys and Viserys, they have a very strained and horrible relationship, very unhealthy. He's very abusive toward Dany, and he's physically abusive. He's threatening to her, and she has put up with it. Aaron in our chat said "cuckoo cuckoo" for the walrus.
Cuckoo,
And
cuckoo.
not only does he treat her badly, he treats her almost as if she is his property.
Yes, he does not see her as a sister at all, and he sees her as a possession, something he can use to gain something else. Absolutely. And they also go, into their childhood with Viserys. But I have to say for Viserys, he's kept them all alive. He's kept her sister alive, his sister alive. He sold off everything he had in time, but apparently they have survived. He has protected her, even though he viciously berates her and mistreats her. He has protected her, so that is a point, a point for him. But he is very evil. He's an evil-hearted, jealous-hearted kind of person. He has delusions about himself. That Dan, he has delusions about his land, our land, which refers to Westeros. He has delusions about his own power, and Illyrio Mopatis feeds those delusions, and Danny can see through that.
100%. Like when he talks about how people cry out for their true prince and wave
Right.
dragon banners and all that. That's so realistic because I even said something very similar early today. Most people in the world, if you ask them about any world issue that's going on, they may have thought about it, but in reality, Americans especially seem to be especially consumed just with what is going on in their own scope, like their bills, their family, getting to Con of Thrones.
Hmm. We planning a trip, everyone. For anyone who doesn't know, we're planning a trip to make it down to Con of Thrones in Dallas next year, in May of next year. So we're working on it, and I hope that we can all get there if we can. Now, as far as Viserys goes,
Aaron,
um,
oh shit.
what?
I accidentally punched something wrong and
Okay. Well, while you handle that, let me carry on with the story. Um, while Viserys is expected to marry Daenerys himself because for 300 years the brother has married sister. It's just a part of who they are and a part of their culture and their heritage. But apparently he's decided to forego that aspect of Targaryenism to go and marry her off to someone else for the sake of gaining an army. And as you see throughout the Daenerys chapter, it's going to come to a bad end for him. Also, I'm trying to figure out what happened. I'm doing all this by memory, so I'm sorry if I'm messing up a little bit. I didn't write any notes. I didn't expect to because Jennifer is supposed to be
I
doing
know.
this.
Oh, I'm
But
sorry. I didn't realize I was completely in charge.
but that's okay.
My bad.
Okay, let's go on. The bathtub scene. He tells her viciously to go and take a bath. Wash the stink of the stables off of you. That's how he talks to her. He is very abusive toward her, but apparently she still very much loves him. She loves him very much despite all of it because he's taken care of her all these years. I think that should be noted that she very much loves her brother and she loves who she is, but apparently he's not able to receive that love because his mind is gone. Now, the night of uh, of the meeting, they go to a manse that Khal Drogo owns in Pentos. Pentos is a free city, one of the free cities, and Magister
Wonderful.
Illyrio is the leader of the city. He's the magister. He's the man in charge. But you can tell that he's a very corrupt person because of the things that he sells. Uh, it's a beautiful affair. It's plenty of people there of all different races and different cultures. And she also meets for the first time Sir Jorah Mormont. She meets Sir Jorah Mormont for the first time, and she's very curious about the man. She goes into his description. She says that he is well and fit for an older man. He's balding, but he's strong and he's fit, and he's dressed very differently from the people, from the men that she's all known. You know, he's dressed as a warrior. You know, he's wearing like armor clothes, and I'm not, you know, I don't know the name of the thing, but he's wearing armor like clothes. And it's very different from the silks and the jewels that the people of Pentos wear. It's very different from what Viserys wears. Um, we What did you write? Sure, me?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Don't ignore that.
Okay, I'm ignoring it. Oh, look at you, Ryan. I see it.
Ignore that.
You know, we ain't gonna ignore this. You don't put a picture up here and expect for it to be ignored, Bran.
It
Come
was
on.
brought up, so I had to.
Hey,
Hush.
hey, hey. Mhm.
Oh
That will not be ignored.
no, I
We're
ought to put it
talking
up
Game of
there.
Thrones here.
I ought to
Game
put
of
it up
Thrones
there
here.
so everyone can see it.
No. Game of Thrones.
Okay, I understand. Let's move on to but thank you. You people in the chat used to see that picture. It's
They
very nice
probably
picture of
have.
man. Probably.
They probably have.
Um, we're at the Mats, Cal Drogo's Mats, and she's nervous. She really doesn't want to be there. And before I talk about Cal Drogo, I want to talk about the sword that Viserys was given by Illyrio. Illyrio gave him a sword,
Borrow.
which is very strange because she can see that that sword really doesn't mean much of anything, but he sees it as something beautiful and something strong to make him seem more powerful. But apparently, the sword really it was just a borrowed sword. It's really not his. It's just something that he has to adorn himself. It's just a little piece of decoration. But Viserys sees that sword as something that makes him strong and powerful. Now, she's dressed up and she's looking beautiful, and she is told by her brother who Khal Drogo is, and he describes him. He has copper skin, he has almond eyes and copper skin, and he's very tall. He's the tallest man in the room. He has hair
Heavy
down
power.
his back, down his back, past his behind, to the backs of his thighs. When What else? He tells her to stand up straight and to,
Yeah, he's very
look
critical of
presentable.
her. Very
Yeah,
critical.
yes, she expects perfection. I mean, he expects perfection out of her. He wants her to look a princess. He's the gift that he is giving to Khal Drogo in the hopes that the army will come. He will side with him and the army will come together. Uh Khal Drogo is a fierce warrior. He's very rich. He has the largest Khalasar in the Dothraki.
Never
He's a
lost a
barbarian.
battle.
He's never lost a battle. That's why his hair is so long, because he has never lost a battle. If you lose a battle, you cut your hair off. You get your hair cut off. But he has never lost a battle, and his hair was never cut. So it is down to the backs of his thighs. And she tries to play the role. She's going along with this reluctantly. She doesn't want to be here. She doesn't want to do it, but she's trying her best, and she goes along with meeting him. I hope I covered everything. Jennifer, do you have anything, or Bran, do you have anything, or Moni, do you remember anything from that chapter?
I think you pretty well got most of it. One thing we've learned, we get the first instance of the red door being mentioned.
Yes.
And her home, and her need to go back home, her want to go back home, what home is to her.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's
she
not Westeros.
Thinks of herself as a person without a home.
Yeah, she seems very lost. She's a lost person, very much like her brother, from all the years of wandering around. And the only home to her, as Bran said, is the home with the red door somewhere in Bravos. And we get
our first introduction to Willem Derry, who he was and what he done for him. We learned that, she was born during the storm, the great storm of the summer storm on Dragonstone. What else did we learn? I'm going by memory too, so.
Yeah.
Also, we get the first taste of her being perhaps not immune to fire, like they've made it kind of thus on the TV show, but
her resistance.
Very, very, very heat resistant. Let's say that. Very heat retardant. When she gets in that bathtub, and the maids are concerned that she's going to scald herself, but to her, it feels wonderful.
Well, in the chapter, it's not so prevalent. It's not so obvious as it is in the show. But I mean, you could obviously the visual is easier.
Yeah.
Like in the show.
You do get the feeling that
it's mentioned as like a one-off thing. It's mentioned in passing. It's not focused on like it is in the show.
Right. They really made a big thing about it in the show. I think a little too much, actually. Yeah. But I guess they're going somewhere with that.
I have a comment from Marie about Viserys.
Okay. And then Moni has something to say.
Okay. Yeah. I have a comment from Marie, and she says, but Viserys sells all the jewels because the so-called assassins that we never hear of were after him. Who whispered this in Viserys' ear? Illyrio, Varys, or I guess after all they back Phaedon. We never really hear of the assassins. As Marie said,
they are non-existent. Pretty much, she's never seen one.
But I mean, I don't believe that they are so non-existent. I think that there were assassins. I think there were assassins, but not as many as Viserys were thinking. I think they were chasing them in the beginning, but as the years go on, no.
Yeah, I don't think Robert really cared until she started, until she got married and started to possibly have children of her own. I don't think it was an issue to Robert. They really were nobody.
Dothraki horde. So basically, when she got married, she, for all intents and purposes, she could have had she had an army. But
right, once she got married.
You know, I don't believe Robert would have went to war for Cersei.
No, he was just paranoid. Did they mention that how he kept his wife's hands in that chapter?
No, not in this chapter.
That's in that chapter with when Tyrion it comes to stay with him, isn't it, Bran?
Oh, that's way later. Okay.
Yeah, that's in.
All right.
That's on down the road.
Oh, hey,
okay.
Mandy of Noth is with us. Hey, girlie.
Hey, Mandy.
Phil, how you doing?
And Phil H is here as well. Hello, Phil H.
Y'all were talking Daenerys 1.
That dirty hooker. I mean.
What?
Nothing. Danny, yay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Bran does not like Danny, and I don't like her either. But I kind of like her in this beginning stage.
Yeah, I like her when she's submissive.
In the beginning, I liked her a lot.
Oh wow! Did you just say that?
Yeah, she plays a very good submissive person, but when she tries to be the dominant character, she does not take the stage like she should.
Cersei.
Well, yeah, for a good example, yeah. Cersei knows how to dominate the crowd around her.
You know what?
She is a badass evil queen.
I think that Cersei could not be with Cersei and like with Cersei being with Robert. Cersei enjoys being the smarter person in a relationship. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Because even the dynamic between her and Jaime, she seems to be the more cunning, the more intelligent one. And
but all her plans backfire
under her skin because she's not smarter than Tyrion.
No,
all her plans backfire.
Yeah, I mean, she's not an unintelligent woman. She's very intelligent, but her attitude
she's not
is
as
so
intelligent
bad.
as she thinks she is, though.
No, I don't see her as stupid at all.
Well,
no, but she's not as smart as she thinks she is. She's
I don't see her as not smart. I see her as not as smart as she thinks she is, which in turn is a weakness.
Or is that her circumstance? Because she's a woman.
Well, she's playing against smarter people. That's her problem.
666. I just had to say that out loud.
Hey, V.
I love that. Hey, Cammy.
Oh, wow. Gangbangers piling in.
Yeah. Violent Messiah. Hello, Violent Messiah. Hello, Cammy. Thank you for joining us. Miss Sandy, thank you for joining us.
You're right. Thank you. Okay, and Marie has a comment. They've made Cersei smarter on the show, in my opinion. Okay, they really have. But
they
like
Lena
says, they've made her smarter on the show, and they have.
They like Lena, is what it is. They're keeping Lena around because she's such a popular character.
Well, she's a great actress.
She pulls Cersei off excellently.
Okay, Phil wants to know what you're drinking on, Bran.
Sundrop.
I love cherry Sundrop. Oh my God.
Shout out to Smokescreen.
Commissary, Salisbury, North Carolina. Cherry Sundrop. No lie. Okay, assault on a public official.
Don't be doing that.
I did that 30 days. It was terrible.
Valar Morghulis is in the house. Hello, Valar Morghulis.
Hey, Valar.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
Red Viper.
We're talking about Danny and anything else of Game of Thrones.
Really, I want to know what y'all's stance on where the Red Door is. Is it in Bravos? Is it in Dorne? Is it somewhere else?
I think it's in Dorne. Because it's got to be somewhere where lemons can be grown.
Lemons can be grown in Bravos. That's like saying lemon trees can't be grown in New York.
People have them. You're right.
Okay. But even like in a greenhouse type thing?
Well, even like, it's like saying lemons can't be grown in New York. They can be grown. It's certain times.
You have to be very wealthy, though.
Right.
Right. You would have to.
So wherever she was hidden, though, as a child, they'd be wealthy, don't you think?
Yeah, they said they were at the Sea Lord Bravos' manse.
So that would make sense right there, in my opinion.
Right.
I Bravos for some reason.
I thought it was Dorne up until rereading this chapter, and what I caught on was she's got all these little details of Willem Dafoe as he's dying. Why wouldn't she remember where she was at? I mean, to me, that's basically saying she can't tell the difference between Venice and Rome. I mean, there's a big difference there.
Okay,
Yeah, but
Valor Morgulis, he goes, I guess he's a Preston Jacobs watcher. Look, after I saw Preston Jacobs videos for the first time, I swear to God, I had to go back and reread Feast. He had me so thrown. But he said,
I watch everything.
100%.
I don't think there's a Thrones YouTuber I haven't seen.
Right. I watch all of them. Sometimes I put it on my YouTube on my television and watch, just let it roll, and watch every single one that comes up.
I personally think it is in Bravos because, and I've said this before, that I think that anybody that tries to leave Westeros, the first place they think of is to go to the free city of Bravos. So I'm just thinking that maybe the place that, her childhood home with the red door is.
Bill H says the red door is Dorne. Dorne is the major consensus in the chat.
It says Dorne because the lemon trees and citrus are directly related to Dorne. And I see where you're coming from. I thought about it a lot, but this chapter, rereading it, made me really change my opinion.
We want to say goodbye to Cameo.
I'm sorry, I didn't know, but he has this whole big theory about it. You may want to check it out. It makes sense. Honestly, it does.
I want to say goodbye to Cammie. She says she'll be back in 30 minutes. So
okay.
Goodbye, Cammie.
Good night. If we're not here, if we are, please do come back. Please do so.
What's that, Moni?
I think it. I thought it was always in Dorne too, but I think it could be in Bravos. I mean, think about Winterfell, what they grew up there in their little
the roses.
And that's about the same, like almost. I guess maybe Winterfell's a little more north, but Bravos isn't too much further south. But with the greenhouse, I think in the right. I mean, it's sunny up there. They kept hidden. I mean, not everybody had lemons, no doubt, but.
Phil H says, but it was a house with the red door, not a palace with the red door. She would have been hiding. I think after her keeper dies, the kids are then sent to Pintos. I do remember that when William Dafoe dies, one of her vivid memories is the fact that the servants steal everything from them. And basically,
and then they were set out.
Penny.
Okay, if you were set out, would you not notice the difference between Venice and Rome? Would you not notice the canals and waterways and having to get around by boat than walking? I mean, that would be very prominent.
Bravos, right? I would.
Even if you were told this is Bravos, throughout the years, you would learn that Bravos, you have to use a boat to get around. I mean, even if you were told this was not Bravos, or this is not Venice, you would know this is Venice because you have to use the boats to get around. After time, I've thought about it a lot these last few days, and I can't justify it not being in Bravos.
Okay, Marie has a good comment. Red door equals a longing for home. Lemon tree, bitter future for Daenerys. Little bit of symbolism.
Yep.
It just hit me. Isn't it funny how Sansa's favorite snack is lemon cake?
Yeah.
And that's Dany's home. Lemon tree.
Yeah, I've heard that the lemon is the fruit of bitterness. So I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of bitterness with Sansa. She becomes bitterness. I mean, and the sign of lemon also means what is it called? Some kind of conflict, unresolved conflict.
Interesting.
And oranges
nice.
Oranges are the fruit of love.
Like lemon cloak?
Yeah, like lemon.
Yeah. I see where you're going with that.
Right. You understand? Yeah, exactly. Anything that have to do with lemons, it means that something's a brew and it's not done yet and it needs to be finished. So, also in the feast chapter for Sansa, they talk about the love of lemon cakes and her love of lemon cakes, and Robin loves lemon cakes, and so that I think there's going to be some mess there with Sweet Robin, you know, in the Winter. I mean, but you know, I mean, it's just, I mean, I'm just going off my head, but I know that lemons means bitterness and unresolved conflict, and I know that the orange is the fruit of love, and grapes are the fruit of passion and sexuality.
Pomegranates, what are
Yeah.
those?
Oh, I don't
And
know.
peaches.
The fruit of kings, remember?
Yeah.
Wasn't that common?
And what are peaches?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I have to look that up. But those the only those and
Revenge.
also the pear. The pear is the sign of marriage. And also in the Storm of Swords, you know, with the Sansa chapter, after her wedding night, Liza is eating a peach. I mean, not a peach, but a pear in bed, which signifies marriage. She's in, you know,
Neat.
eating. I mean, this is what I think.
That's pretty neat. I didn't know
I've looked
that.
up some fruits. You know, fruits mean things,
That's
I
especially
pretty
know
neat.
about I know about flowers, but I didn't know fruit. Cool, Misha.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to look into that now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Yeah. Um, what is this?
I don't know. Jen disappeared though.
Oh yeah, she disappeared. We'll get her back soon. I know she's coming back.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about? Let's take it on back to Daenerys. Her situation that she's starting out in. What do you think of her, and what do you think of her situation? You can start first, Money, since you're the first one. It's your first chat with us, so go ahead and start, Money.
With being sold off like this, with
Yeah,
and
her situation.
her thinking with her brother. When I remember when I first read it, it was like, oh yeah, how awful he was,
Mhm.
and but the well, I liked how you described it, Misha. But what's his face? Varys's buddy.
Illyrio.
Illyrio.
I forget. Illyrio, thank you. Um, I thought he seemed more when I read it through before like a kinder benefactor. I guess I kind of always got like the seedy underground thing, but um for some reason it seemed to me like he was looking out. But do you think that's still all about the Fagan part of it?
Well, let me put it like this.
I mean, I know that's not part. It's
I know that we're jumping ahead. I know we're going to be jumping ahead, and this is no problem. But as
We're
far
all
as
over the
it's
place.
hard.
yeah, we're all over
We're
the
all over
place.
the
But we're
place.
starting, we're stemming. We're going to root in Danny's story. Now, let me say this about Viserys and Illyrio. He ain't backing Viserys as much as he's making himself out to be. The
Okay.
the second Daenerys chapter really showed me how much he how little he values Viserys, because in that second chapter, and we'll get to it later on down the line, you know, he gives Viserys a sword, but yet he gives Dany the dragon eggs. That's the true
Right.
gift.
Yeah.
That's the true gift. He has given her 3 petrified eggs, and those eggs will become dragons. He has given Dany almost everything. That those dragons are the difference maker.
I think
And
his ultimate goal is to end up getting Danny and Fagon together.
I was
mhm.
gonna say because do you think that he thought that those would be more than rocks though? I mean,
I think there's some truth behind Preston Jacobs, his
okay.
Dragons and Genetics series.
Mhm.
There's a lot
Okay.
of he makes a very valid argument behind that one. I'm not a big fan of his theories, but that one I buy. I mean, the
Yeah.
women
Well,
being the dragon hatchers and either
okay.
being a rider. Basically, the women are the reason they are able to hatch. And if that's the case, I mean, there's a lot of speculation that Sarah, his wife, was a Blackfire, and they probably still knew that. They very well could have still known that, and he
So
he may have been aware of it.
Do you buy into the whole maybe that Varys and Sarah were related?
I can't decide what I think about. I mean, he mirrors Egg so much in a lot of ways, but I don't know if that's just a parallel or if he's really got Targaryen blood. No, definitely a mermaid, but I think season 7 showed us that Jaime's the true mermaid.
Yeah.